Yo guys, Josh Omar back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching y'all how to trade like the most basic continuations possible, or how to basically interpret continuations, or like, notice when continuations are happening, right, in the simplest manner possible. As you can see on my screen, I have the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff drawn out. Basically, how the market basically looks like how it moves. If you can see, like, if you like basic continuation, right? But it just looks cleaner because it's lined. So don't sit here and look at this and be like, oh, this is the shit that we're going to see every time. No, there's different like instances, and we'll go over that, right? Okay, so what makes up a continuation, right? Or what makes up a good continuation trade would be manipulation, right? Which would be a form of turtle soup, liquidity sweeps, SMT, and yeah, so anything like that, right? Or manipulating into like a higher time frame gap, anything like that, right? So some sort of manipulation. You don't want to be taking any trades without manipulation, like, at all, right? You always want manipulation in your trades, because if you're not if you're not waiting for the manipulation, you will become the manipulation. Okay, so let's get that out the way. A clear drawn liquidity, drawn liquidities being swing high, swing lows, or untapped higher time frame gaps, right? But in this instance, I just have swing lows pass out, and this is a bearish example. We have conditions, and what a condition is this could be any sort of fair value gap, engulfment candle, just a certain condition, right? You want to see the respect and the disrespect of these moves out of these conditions, and that's where we will take our safe entry, right? Which would be some sort of displacement or engulfment candle, right? We'll go over all of this, right? Okay, so let's start off with the manipulation, right? As you can see in this sort of continuation, right? What do? We put SMT in, right? So that would mean ES, this pair, right? This pair would do something like this. Where's my drawing tool at? So ES, instead of how you see it on the NQ chart, it would go like this and then go down, right? So this would be ES and this is NQ, right? But NQ doesn't sweep the high out, so we put SMT in, which means it's a form of manipulation. Now, as our condition, we have this. Let's say this is a 1 minute. We'll go with this as like a 1 minute or a 5 minute FEG, right? We want to see if this is going to hold, or are we going to run through it, right? To continue to go take this draw higher, right? So this is our condition. This is basically going to put us in stance of are we going to bounce off this and take shorts, or are we going to inverse this and wait and take longs to a higher draw, right? So basically confirming your draw. So you see this condition, right? What do? We get to the 50% mark and we bounce off of it, right? So with that being said, there would be some sort of displacement, or because you can't really see candles, but we could wait for a disrespect, what's it called? A displacement disrespect candle. That's what it's called. And that's basically just an engulfment candle, and you would take your trade off that to this draw down here. And this usually, I've backtested this. I probably have it's probably like 70% win rate if you were just a pattern trade, some shit like this. But we're gonna get into narrative and a whole bunch of shit later, right? So this is your basic like continuation model, okay? So let's look for some examples, right? We'll go 15 minute, and then let's get ES2. Right here, this is a higher time frame continuation model, but as you can see right here, like, let's chop this in half down over here, right? So as you can see, right here, what happens? This is on the 15 minutes, so don't look at it like that. But as you can see, we manipulate into this hourly gap, right? Not this hourly gap, this one. Sorry. So we manipulate this hourly gap, right? And what happens if we go down in the lower time frames? What happens at this hourly gap, right? So it's holding us resistance. And what do? We get that form of manipulation being turtle soup in this instance, right? So right here, this would be turtle soup. We get turtle soup at that level. And let's see what ES did. Did ES... No, these made equal highs. I mean, this would still be considered an SMT. I guess we have SMT as well, because ES made equal highs, but NQ took that high, so it would be considered SMT. So we put SMT plus turtle soup. So we got two forms of manipulation already, right? And this is a higher time frame, what's it called? Continuation trade. As you can see, if we pull our fib out and mark the range out. Let me change the colors of my fib. But if we pull the fib out, as you can see, it's just higher time for continuation. We get to 50% mark of the range. What happens? We start dumping, right? And what you could have done for this trade, right? You could have done something easy. You could have just took it. Let me see what the lower time frame looks like so we could get a lower time frame entry. So, yeah, turtle soup. Your safe entry in this case would be, so we get that SMT. It would probably be right about here. This is where you would probably want to take something like this. You could have took it to this low, and it would have been a pretty long trade, but and stop at this high, right? Would have been a pretty long trade, but you would have and if you would have held, you would have cut the whole, the whole thing. But that's just a little example of it. We could go to find some other examples too on the lower time frame because 15 minute isn't that good because we trade one. I trade in the 1 minute. Right here is a good example of a continuation too. So let's get this. Select bar. So what happens over here is this is 1 minute. We go 15 minute, right? What happens? We manipulate this higher time frame gap, right? Like I told y'all, condition. We hit the 50% mark of it, just like low-key. This looks exactly like my example. And you could also, use your beautiful fib tool as well if you wanted to. But I don't really use the fib like that because I've just seen it so much that I just know. But we get to the 50% mark, like to the tick of that 15 minute. And what do? We also get a form of turtle soup. We get two forms of turtle soup right here. And right here. Double turtle soup, right? And if you could see, or shit, not SMT, turtle soup. Or as you can see, if we look at the the outer frame, we're overall just bearish. Like we've been dumping a shit ton. And plus, if we look at our 4 hour at this point in time, like this is right before we went to when we were coming down from all-time highs. We have all of this to rebalance, right? So like you could see shorts. You know what I mean? Pretty self-explanatory. But yeah. So going to our 1 minute, we get that turtle soup as our nice manipulation for this trade, and I want to see something else. Gotta get a little more zoomed in. When we have SMT at these highs as well, these highs right here made SMT, and on ES it's right here. So this is a form. This acts as the form of manipulation, and then for your entry, the first bearish candle you seen, you could have shorted this. Or really, if you wanted to be safe with it, you could have waited until this candle started what's called displacing. Have your stop right here at the high. At the TP at these accumulation lows, right? These equals. And yeah, simple continuation. Like the model, it's a really simple continuation model. You just have to wait for all four of your markers. You need everything in your trade for it to be valid, right? And if you lose, so be it, bro. It goes on with the rest. Like I told y'all, I back tested this for like 3 months, and it had like 75% win rate, 80% win rate, something like that. But also you want to use your discretion and like narrative to play a part in it, right? So like you want to be looking at the higher time frames. What did we do the sessions before previously? Do we have like NWOGs, any sort of stuff like that? Like it goes both ways. And since I showed you 2 bearish examples, I'll show you 2 bullish examples as well, and then we'll just cut the video. Let me find a bullish. We'll probably go back to all-time highs to look for this one. Oh, right here. Right here is a really good one. Yeah. Show this one. Oh my God, this one's actually so beautiful. This is such a beautiful, clean continuation. I'm gonna show y'all exactly why too. Okay, so this is around like, this is New York, so yeah. Low day was already put in, and we opened right here, and we swept previous day low. And I want to tell y'all something else. I know I've talked about this before, but PXH, PXL, we could basically interpret where the day is going if we see previous day low or previous day high swept first, right? So previous day high is swept first. I'm going to interpret that it's either going to go to previous day equilibrium, like the middle of the range, or it's going to go all the way down and take previous day low if price is really that has that much volume. Same way goes the other way. If we sweep previous day low first, I'm expecting previous day high to be taken later in the day, right? Now I can form my bias to previous day high. So what happens here is we open the range, the daily range. What do? We sweep that. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking, okay, previous day high is probably going to be the next draw, the overall draw of the day. You know what I mean? But let's talk about this because this is a super good continuation model. So as you can see, we have our forms of manipulation being SMT, and we have soup right here. We have soup with SMT, right? And this SMT is right here. And it's a higher time frame SMT, so that makes it hold 10 times better. But let's look at this in the 1 minute. So I think it's SMT with, is it this low? Where's it at? Yeah, it's SMT with this low. Gotta see. So we put in SMT. Fucking shit, man. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. Y'all see what SMT is. Okay, we have SMT turtle soup right here, right? Plus, if we were to pull out our 15-minute range, right? And that's what another thing I want y'all to be, always be in the 15-minute. Always be looking at the 15-minute. I promise y'all, the 15-minute is the best time frame. All right, nobody will tell you this, but I'll tell you this straight up. The 15 is the best time frame. It is the most the most helpful that I found to be. You know what I mean? But if we mark this range out, right? What do you see here? If we pull our fib out, we get into discount of this range, which is the 0.62 or the anything below equilibrium, right? We put SMT turtle soup, and what could you have waited for right here? You could, and we have a condition in this as well. This is actually picture perfect. So we have this condition right here. So after SMT and turtle soup is put in, and we start reacting bullishly, you don't want to enter just straight off rip. I mean, you could and still hit TP, but you want to be safe. We want a higher win rate. That's what we're chasing. We're chasing consistency and higher win rate. So you could have waited for this. You saw this 1 minute gap get created. Now this acts as your condition, and you're like, okay, what is this 1 minute gap going to do? As you can see, we close almost below it. The IFEG traders, if you're watching this, please stop trading IFEGs. The IFEG traders are getting stopped the fuck out right here, right? Because they're trying to short this shit, right? IFEG traders trying to short this shit. They're getting full railed. While you, smart money, right, waits to see what this condition does. And we fully disrespect this displacement candle. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is what displacement disrespect looks like. We fully, disrespect this displacement candle. You take it to the next draw, which you could have targeted this fucking Sibi for 47 points. Could have targeted all the way up here for 200 points. But I want you to be taking anywhere from 30 to 40 points, okay? If you're watching this video and you like want to trade this like continuation model. Anywhere from like 30 to 50 points is good. If we're super volatile, right? So that would have netted you an easy rack on 1NQ. So that's like a bullish example. And I'm pretty sure like y'all get it. Y'all should be able to get it from here. So let me like get this shit out of here. Oh, I cleared all the drawings, didn't I? Okay, well, it's cool. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it. I don't know if y'all saw this price action from this morning. I took shorts. I mean, I could like recap that, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows like why we took shorts. Like, I guess I'll do a little recap. So we took shorts because what's it called? We had NWOG, right? We had SMT at the top of the range, right? We had SMT, fat ass SMT with ES and NQ. And then if you pull Feb out, ES is in OTE of this range. And then I took shorts right here when SMT was put in, right here. I took shorts when SMT got put in. And yeah, ES started displacing. And NQ did too. That's another thing, guys. Please be looking at ES. ES leads NQ. Please, 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 please. If ES does not look good to take the trade, do not take the trade, bro. I promise you, this has saved my ass more times than I could count. And I was super unprofitable when I wasn't paying attention to ES. So just hear me out. And for your own good, just don't trade ES. All right. But anyways, beautiful people. That'll be it for this video. I really hoped y'all enjoyed this one. Let me know if y'all want me to do more like informative content like this. I don't know. This is like one of my first videos where I'm trying to explain like how to, a basic model video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is what people are charging like fucking thousands of dollars to teach when it comes to continuation models or bottom and top ticket and shit like that. It's just fib, fucking, and shit like that, bro. Like at the end of the day, like the strategy is not the issue. It's you, bro. This shit's like 10% strategy and like 90% get the fuck off the charts and like lock out and shit, bro. So just lock in, bro. Anyways, guys, I love every single one of you. Use code AOT on Tradeify and Lucid. Lucid has 30% off and Tradeify has 40% off right now. Go get your accounts. And I think Lucid just dropped some daily payout accounts, so I'm going to be getting some of those to see what those are about. And yeah, guys, I love every single one of you. Please comment any suggestions for your videos. And yeah, I'll catch y'all. Oh, my God.